Hey guys, Jojo here. Welcome back to the channel. You guys know what time it is. Today we have these guys here actually representing something. Reshiram's just the referee, but we have Gengar representing, obviously you guys know what. We're doing Ascended Heroes. Ascended Heroes here. These are all loose, but they came from Lucario and Gardevoir boxes. So that's going to be representing there. And Pikachu, you guys know. We got some Surging Sparks here representing Surging Sparks. Very iffy. Maybe we get something, maybe we don't. So we want to see if we're going to get some good stuff. In total, 36 packs each. Make sure to stick around and see what we get. Very good. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. I just realized as well, I was just thinking, we can get a double Pikachu here. Pikachu right there and our Pikachu over here. This one has two possibilities, so we don't know how it'll turn out, but Terra Crystal form and the Terra Crystal form right there. So obviously, let's see how it turns out. Our ETB of Surging Sparks, what will it have? Let's see if we're lucky enough. Again, the big stuff here. We could get that Pikachu. We could get Milotic. We could get Latios. A lot of stuff possible. Gold Pikachu, Hydrogen. The freaking Executor that I actually like is like 30 bucks. So if that one comes out, I'm gonna be taking that one. But pretty sad that at one point it was pretty high and now it's on the low. But so far, what we're gonna be hoping for, now that I thought about that, double Pikachu would be the best thing to happen here. Obviously, if we got a Gengar, I'm not gonna complain, but Pikachu would be the best here. Terra Crystal Pikachu, Fampi, beautiful boy right there, following with his Donphan family. But the double Pikachu Terra Crystal form, honestly, would probably be the coolest thing to happen here, just because they both come out in these sets. A little different, obviously, but still Terra Crystal formed Pikachu. Got nothing there. So far, 2 hits. So again, these ETBs were different. They still had their cardboard separating everything, the damage coins of Poison and Burn. Now they don't even give you guys that, so it's very different now from what they used to be. But we're still, I really like opening Surging Sparks still. But again, it's always that you're lucky or not, just like with anything, but I think Surging has done that to us more, where sometimes it's always very nice and gives us good things, and other times it doesn't give us absolutely anything. So in the sense that we get those kinds of things, but nothing big shows, not even a gold, not an alt, not nothing, not even the good illustration. We got our Slacking, but let's see how it's gonna turn out today. It's gonna either give us everything or give us nothing. So far, 3 hits for the ATB. Average right now. A Durant boy showing up. Here, more common to stay as 3 hits in the ETBs, but you could always have something different happen where you got more than the 3, which we did. We got an illustration, a full art, and 2 EXs. So with Ascended now here, we do have a different thing to do here, because these can be God packs. We haven't gotten one, so that would be the best thing to happen here as well for this video. But let's see how it ends up turning out. We have to go through all these and see what ends up being in the back, which so far Ascended, I think, has been better for us at this point. Today's recordings, not really much coming from what we've been opening in the other ones, so perfect order, but still something good did come out. If you haven't seen those videos, go back to the channel and check them out. It was perfect order and Ascended as well, but that one was ETBs and bundles in that opening. So make sure to check it out and turn on the notification bell if you haven't, so you guys know when we're uploading. Got our Team Rocket's receiver in our first one for Ascended. Nothing else so far. Full art sometimes take the throne, but only if we really don't get anything else here. So let's see how the rest of this Ascended turns out, and then we'll see if we need to get thrown for the receiver. Pack number 5 here, with 4 more to go. Again, these are all from Lucario and Gardevoir boxes. So not ETBs or anything like that. It's going to be very different, very random what we're going to be getting from these guys. So let's see how it turns out, because again, in each one of those boxes, I think there was 10 packs each. We'll see how it goes. And I didn't do the trick, but thank God it wasn't anything big showing up there. At least not the God pack. Because out of everything, me not doing the trick, the time that we do get the God pack, that would be freaking the bane of my existence right there. But got our Charmeleon, Togekiss, an illustration rare at least. So we putting illustration rare and illustration rare together. So far, no EXs. Again, we've been seeing that with our freaking Ascended. Sometimes we get a whole bunch. Sometimes we get a whole bunch of EXs. And then there are times we get none, which, so I'm not complaining again. Sometimes the ugly ass fish. It's talking about the EXs and it's the ugly ass fish. Sometimes there are good EXs, like I said. Here in Ascended, a lot of the megas are playable, so those would be the ones to be pulling, but we did get the ugly ass fish. Willie's Determination and Sharon. Draw 3 cards. Very basic, but still, I'm sure people use it. Second round for Surging. Both had 4 hits. Only thing is that in Ascended, we got an extra full art in comparison, where we got 2 EXs with Surging. That's the only thing that really changed there. Let's see how this one second round comes up. Because other than that, we're just really comparing everything. Even though this is an ETB, the box from Gardevoir and Lucario are different. They are loose packs. Maybe they get mixed up as well. So now maybe we'll get 4 hits in one. Maybe we'll get 2 in another. But here, the ETBs, average-wise, should have around the same amount of hits. So 3 or 4 hits should be something that's coming out here with the Surgings. But again, you never know how those things will change. We could have a box where we get absolutely zilch, nothing. But again, obviously we're hoping for at least some good stuff. Again, Fan P, not really the biggest or the best illustration rare to be pulling, but it's at least a cute card, and I like the way it looks. But Ugo also mentioned we could get the ugly ass fish and Surging as well. So we have the ugly ass fish possibility in both of these sets, just like we do with Pikachu. So let's see what ends up happening more of. Already got the Stunfisk in the Ascended Heroes. Let's see if we get it in Surging Sparks as well. Which, in Surging, we get it as an illustration rare. I think in Ascended we can also get an illustration rare, or at least a full art. I don't really remember, but there's not just an EX in Ascended. I know that much. Got nothing there. Let's see how this keeps going. Our code. And 3. Nothing there. And so far just an Durant and A-Spec. Meaning, well, we finished this box not having anything really good to show for. With a Hydrogen Fuller. Hey, that's something. At least we got something. Let's keep going with Ascended. See how much this ends up showing up. 3 hits with Surging. So let's see if we can keep that up. Again, this is not an ETB, so it's not like anything's assured. And even with a ETB, nothing's assured. Got our Team Rocket's Kangaskhan. And now that I mentioned the EXs, I'm pretty sure we're going to start seeing a bunch of freaking EXs after I said we're not getting any of them. What we got, Rocket's Petrol, our first Mega Attack. At least those are showing up. Not the best, but still a Mega Attack nonetheless. Rarity-wise, good to see. And honestly, we haven't seen them since like the first video we recorded, so good to keep them showing up here. Nothing big, but still Mega Crafty, Mega Attack. Useful to have hit-wise. 9 packs per round, so let's see how these go with these boxes of Lucario and Gardevoir, meaning Obviously they had the promo and stuff, but just took the promo out and kept some loose packs. Let's see if we get anything now with this. Comparison with Surging. With another mega attack. Very good. After speaking it, let's get that freaking Dragonite and Gengar mega attack. Not complain about those. Can't complain about these either, but obviously those two are the big ones right now of the set. Got our Medicham, Chikorita, and a Terrapagos, just like in Surging. So Terrapagos in both. A lot of repeats. And there's our code. And our next lineup. Got our Trevant, Psyduck, and Pecharunt. So nothing big there, but I think already 4 hits from previous ones where we were getting 2 or 3. Very good there. Got our Energy, our Weavile, and nothing great there. And with our last pack, round number 2, our code, and round number 2 done here with this one. Our Reverse Energy, Carkol, Yolu, and nothing there. So what we got from here, at least we'll change up the throne, 2 EXs and 2 mega attacks. Round number 3, the mega attacks making a show for Ascended here. Hopefully something shows up here for Surging. At least there's illustration rares that are worthwhile here, like Mesprit, Latios. Those would be good ones to put up a battle against that. Again, we're just comparing here, but the comparison would be a little tighter with that to show up, meaning what would you prefer to open, depending on what could. Obviously, I'm pretty sure everyone's going to say Ascended Heroes. That stuff has way more possibilities of getting big cards in comparison to Surging, which only has really the Pikachu, and the Pikachu is like in the 200 range, something like that. But very nice to be getting whatever anyways. Let's see how these bad boys finish with Surging Sparks here. Nothing really big and nothing so far in this round. With our Sylveon, nothing huge to show for yet. Our code for that, and our next 3 being Spiel, Vibrava, at least an illustration rare. We'll be able to switch that out with our Phanpy, but the mega attacks are still taking it for Ascended Heroes right now at this point. Nothing really from Surgeon to show up. Honestly, probably need a rainbow board or anything like that to go against the mega attacks, because the alts are obviously above mega attacks. Rainbow border cards, not like the full art. Got our Megaton Blower, which I don't even think is a good ace spec, depending on what you use it for. If you guys want to read the description of it, let me know if it's actually useful or not, but don't play the game, so I'm not really into knowing what those things do. But sometimes there are some cards that we stop and read because they have a little more to them for the game. But our last pack for Surging Sparks, nothing there. So again, 3 hits, but still here, Vibrava is the one that's going to take the throne for this round. Round number 3 for Ascended. Right now, at comparison wise, I would be preferring to open up Ascended in this case. So 2 mega attacks, very good in comparison to what we've gotten so far in Surging. Obviously, I'm the one already opening, but comparison wise, you would be able to notice which one maybe you would go after more. And I know Surging right now, I don't know how easy it is to find in other places, but we got 4 ETBs here, so we decided to put them up against each other and see how they turned out. That was stuck there. I was like, what the hell? But nothing ended up being there. It's just that the reverse foil now, since it's a full card, they do end up being sticky together. Just like the golds, which confuses the heck out of you. But so far, nothing great so far with this round. 3 packs already down and nothing of worth to show for it. There's our code. And here we go with our next one. Our Gold Duck. That was a promo at some point and now it's just part of the set. Let's keep it showing up here because we're flying through these, even though here we do need to check if there's a God pack, which I think at one point I think we could just stop, but we can't miss out on those God packs. Nothing so far. So very different from the last round where we got 2 mega attacks. Now we're getting nothing from these guys. So maybe one of them will be a big hit where we get a bunch of stuff. Maybe one will even be the God pack that we've been answering for, that we've been wanting to get. 3 packs left. So let's see if anything does show up with what we've gotten so far. Nothing of worth to do, and nothing again, because again, these are mixed up between Lucario and Gardevoir boxes, so we could have absolutely nothing showing up here in this round. Not impossible, not really unpredictable of that happening. So our last pack will prove that to us. If we get nothing here, then yeah, that was just a mix of packs that ended up giving us zilch. So there's our code, and our last ones here: Heliolisk, Lily, and Mega Frostlass. But still, again, EX, they're still hits, but basically being the only hit, not really worth much. Final round for Surging. Let's see if we get anything, because again, at least the mega attacks have shown something here for Ascended Heroes. Will Surging Sparks have something to show for? Or were those 4 ETBs basically better left untouched? But there's our code. And our next 3: Zarude, Sandstorm, and nothing. Let's keep it going, keep going. Our code. Just trying to finish these off now. With what we've seen, I'm honestly not really expecting much now with these, but who knows, maybe we'll be able to come from behind and get something worthwhile to show up here with this last round. Or is it just gonna Drosna or Dragon Lady? Or is it just gonna not show up today? Because again, like I was saying, Surging Sparks does show, or finally, like we were saying, Surging Sparks either does show or doesn't show at all. We got our Lycia's Appeal with our Altaria, the Mega Stone in her hair, which I haven't noticed until now, honestly. But there we go. Lycia's Appeal, our first alt of the video, and from Surging Sparks. And 4 packs left. Having our Lycia show up does change that completely. The mood has been changed, and now Surging Sparks has given us something to compare at least with those mega attacks. Again, those mega attacks ain't really that big of a deal or anything, but rarity wise, it was still something that was letting us hang and not give us something worthwhile to put it up against. But Lycia's Appeal now, right there. I don't even think she's really worth that much anymore. At one point she was worth a good amount, but now she's not really that big of a deal. I think she's like in the 40 range or 50 range. I'll put it on the screen for you guys. But still, great to pull her, get an art, 30 bucks, never mind, and a nice stretcher, hell yeah! So this ETB had an alt and a gold. So yeah, 10 bucks, still 10 bucks, but it had both of these in an ETB after having an entire thing have absolutely nothing in there. We got Lycia and Night Stretcher, so that changes things up right there. So I'm not gonna take down Lycia, even though we got a gold, higher rarity, but still, price-wise, you know, 10 bucks. So I'm just gonna leave Lycia there. And our last pack to finish us off, we got our last 3 out of this ETB. Not really expecting anything else, but that was 5 hits in the last ETB, but 3 of them were EXs. But it had an alt and a gold in the same box. So now, after getting a hyper rare and after getting a secret rare and getting an alt rare, let's see if Ascended has anything to show for here. We got the mega attack rares, but again, after that, the mega attacks are left behind. So comparison wise, obviously, that's a big one there. For that to be our last ETB, it had 6 hits. I said 5, but it had 6 because it was 3 EXs, the Drosna in the background as well, Night Stretcher, Lycia's Appeal. Like Ugo was saying, that would be sad to keep sealed, but Again, sealed product is very different in comparison after you open it, because duh, that's the entire reason people keep sealed stuff. So later on, maybe someone will buy it and open it themselves. But that was an awesome box. 6 hits, a secret rare, and an alt rare. That's the type of box that everyone wishes they could get. Got our Dragapult, and that's from ETB too. So 6 hits, 9 packs, very good ratio there. There's our code, and so far just Dragapult from there. Nothing huge at the moment. Let's see if we can get one more mega attack, or at least something else to bring up this comparison for Ascended. The Ascended was way in the lead. Now, honestly, it's kind of behind, in my opinion. But we got, value-wise, I don't know, Pikachu there as well. But obviously, rarity-wise, now they are being left in the dust. So we got 3 more after this bad boy. Let's see how it shows up here with nothing there. And our last 3 packs, guys. Let's see if it gets turned around. There's our code. And our Tepig. Nothing there. One more. Just one more. That's all we need. Something good, worthwhile. Got 2 EXs so far. Dragapult and Pikachu. The entire comparison of this with Pikachu, and we haven't seen Pikachu besides that EX. Let's see if in this last pack we can conjure up, get some magic, and get something worthwhile to show. We got our Gengar in the background as well. And we're finishing with Zilch. 2 EXs to finish off Ascended Heroes. So, out of everything, we got 11 from Ascended and 16 from Surging Sparks. Let's do a quick Ascended review, because a lot of these are EXs, obviously. 6 of them, so basically half. We got 2 full arts, our Team Rocket's Receiver and our Sharon. Got 1 illustration rare, our Togekiss Boy. And then our 2 Mega Attacks, Mega Scrafty and Mega Frostlass. No crowns being used there, because obviously the 2 crowns are going to go here. We got 2 A-Specs, 16 hits here, basically a booster God box. And it was all from a freaking ETB. 7 EXs, which would not be surprising from a booster box. Just the 3 Durants maybe would change that up a little bit. Got 3 full arts, which again, maybe wouldn't be surprising. The only thing surprising is that we still got some big hits even with 3 full arts if it was a booster box. 2 illustration rares, our Vibrava and our Fampi to show for here. Our gold Night Searcher taking the silver crown. Why? Because obviously the next card is taking the gold with Licia's Appeal. Gold crown taken here with Licia's Appeal. Very good ETB with 6 hits in that last one. So that's been the video, guys, and I've been Georgisaur. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. What did you think of the video? And go ahead and share the video as well so we can have more people joining us. But that's been it. Have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night whenever you're watching. Peace out.